Hi, I'm Anita Burns, and welcome to Holistic Spirituality, where we offer a full spectrum of esoteric, metaphysical, and spiritual topics. This playlist is channeled messages. I'm a full trance channel, and I have been for over 40 years. In that time, light beings Johar and Simon have brought messages through me of wisdom, guidance, spiritual messages, both global and personal, to thousands of people all over the world, and they continue to do so. Now, we've been recording these sessions for around 20 years, and this playlist will bring you archival transcripts and new channelings as they're presented and recorded. If what you hear is helpful and you like the channel, please click like and subscribe. You can also share, and if you have YouTube Premium, you can download the videos too. Again, thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about me, please go to my website, anitaburns.info. Why life? Why death? This archive was recorded in 2017. So what is the purpose of life? Why is there life? Your scientists cannot yet explain it. They can delve deeply into the smallest physical article and look at waves of light, electricity, and other energy, but they can't explain how and why life exists. They can't explain how or why life ends. One minute, a person or animal is breathing, their body is functioning by circulating blood, and their heart is beating. The next moment, everything's gone. The body begins to revert to its basic elements. Humans mourn the passage of loved ones. Religions have rules about how we react to death, and in nearly all societies, death is a dreaded inevitability. Even the religious among you fear death. It's generally, in your world, a crime to kill another human. Most human societies have laws and taboos against killing one's own kind. Why? Religions and some philosophies of the world teach that life after death, for the righteous, is a glorious existence, full, rich, happy, joyous. But for the sinner or evil-hearted, life and death is believed to be painful, dark, and filled with misery. But righteous or not, religious or not, nearly all humans fear death. Why is that? Do the righteous secretly believe they aren't good enough to enter heaven or Valhalla or whatever they name the glorious afterlife? Well, it's more complicated than that. It's because humans, as physical beings, are dual creatures. Although you, as an immortal spirit, only rent the molecules of each body you inhabit for a certain number of years, that set of molecules has a consciousness that is mostly unaware of its inhabitant, which is you as an immortal being. Bodies have a consciousness of their own. Their main job is survival. Your spirit has no such fear of death. It does not have a mandate for survival because it cannot die. You cannot die. You were never born. Only your set of temporarily rented molecules is born. It runs for a certain time, then disintegrates. You were never on such a temporary track. You are immortal. You animate the physical molecules in the body you inhabit. When you leave, it dies and disintegrates. But then, why does the body consciousness seem to be in such an overwhelming control over your consciousness? Now, you may be told you're immortal, but you don't feel immortal, do you? You may be told that you're a never-ending source of joy, but do you experience ever-abiding joy? Probably not, or only rarely, or only sometimes. Your rented molecules not only want to survive, they have immeasurable ways to ensure your survival, or its survival. They want to feel safe, secure, connected to others, loved and loving. And that's not such a bad thing. However, because the rented molecules have only limited knowledge of the universe and of immortality and of the interconnectedness of all things, It can become fearful, greedy, angry, sad, depressed, dishonest, nervous, stressed, suppressed, and a myriad of other negative emotions and behaviors. Phew! But at the root of all these negativities, your rented molecules are striving to bring themselves into a state of balance, safety, security, and peace, among other positive emotions and ways of being. The emotion of anger, for example, could mean that your body consciousness has been violated. Depression could mean that your body consciousness is not feeling loved. Stress could mean that your body consciousness is feeling that there is too much to do and that it isn't good enough. Oh, a word more about depression. Some types of depression are clinical, something physically awry in the brain, rather than emotionally or subconsciously based. So why do you struggle to overcome fear of death? It is your beliefs that create your sense of reality, right, wrong, true, and false. Beliefs are simply energy forces, and they are neither good nor bad, neither true nor false. All of this means that your body consciousness wants to be right, to feel loved, to be good enough, and so forth. It's not aware, or only vaguely aware, that it's inhabited by an immortal being of light. Your rented molecules believe belonging, power, riches, and things are important. Your body consciousness has an investment in other people approving of it, or behaving in a certain way, and perhaps believing the same things it does, such as values, politics, religion, and so forth. If these things are not there, sadness, anger, fear, stress, disappointment, and a whole lot more overwhelm it, and it feels bad. There's a reason for these values to be so ingrained in most people. Your brains are basically the same size and structure they were when humans were nomadic tribes in the wild savannas of Africa, and soon to be discovered other places on your planet. Gathering together in clusters of other people meant more safety. If someone was different, if they didn't adhere to the rules of the group and think and believe as they did, there was real danger of being ousted and left to fend for yourself in the wilds where humans were not, yet, at the top of the food chain. There was also danger of starvation and harm from the harsh elements. The scenery has changed in your modern world, but the subconscious patterns are still operating. At some level, your rented molecules push certain beliefs on you because they fear death. Your rented molecules mistakenly believe that objects, money, and perhaps fame can bring happiness and safety. And let's not forget power. Put power in that list too. But almost always, these things only bring fleeting sense of satisfaction. And soon there's a craving for more, and usually negative experiences come along for the ride. So you ask why? Why are you so powerless in your own body? Aha! Because as immortal beings of light, you also follow a sort of path from sleep to awake. When you're first renting your molecules, you're asleep to the sense of being. The rented molecules, body consciousness, must carry you around like a babe in the womb. For it is the law of the universe that awakening can only happen through living within physical matter. By animating physical matter, you are completing a circuit that allows you to awaken to your true self. Lifetime after lifetime, you animate matter as you grow, like an embryo to a fetus, to a babe, ready to be born, independent of its mother's body, yet dependent on her for sustenance and protection. Soon it grows to a fully dependent life, and it's ready to leave home. But during those lifetimes, you rely on the rented molecules to carry you through life. Until you are able to stand on your own immortal feet, you must rely on the body consciousness to keep you safe in the material world. It is a symbiotic system, a two-way street, so to speak. You cannot awaken to your true self without the physical world. Between lives, you stay very much at the same consciousness that you had when you left your most recent body. Some growth and learning takes place in the later stages of awakening, but not as much as when you're struggling to emerge triumphant over the body consciousness to awaken, like a chick pushing to break through its shell. This must happen and will happen. Little by little, life after life, you grow stronger and stronger, until one day You know who you are. Your center of being is no longer in the brain and emotional body, but in your immortal light. You feel it. You live it. You are it. But the drama does not stop there. Your rented molecules fear death. They fight to stay in control, to keep you from overtaking the rulership of existence. You may succeed in living from spirit for a while, but the body consciousness sneaks distractions, attracts drama, crisis, emotions, temptations, and more. Like Christ on the hill with the proverbial Satan, Buddha sitting under the Bodhi tree, being tempted by all forms of physical distractions, each and every one of you being drawn again and again into the drama and trauma of life will eventually triumph. The Battle of Armageddon, so scarily written in many of your scriptures, refers not to an external battle, but to the inner battle within each spirit inhabiting a body. Now the good news is that you will win. There is no defeat. It's not a matter of if, but when. Eventually, your body consciousness becomes your servant. It does your bidding while you are in the body. Your emotions, mind, and thoughts are only of joy, of compassion, and the wondrousness of life. You then have tremendous power. You know how to manipulate matter, attract what is right and good, proverbially move mountains, and heal instantly and more. Is it any wonder that power of such magnitude isn't given until one is ready to wield in a responsible way? Only a handful of beings on your planet have reached that stage of integration of body, mind, and spirit. These are the saints and avatars in your history and of your present. They live only to help you on your journey toward the perfection of life. The Christ and the Buddha are not the only human beings who reached that stage. They are just the most written about. There are humans on your earth today who have reached that place of full awakening. You will also, one day, reach that same state of being. Blessings on your journey. There are so many gifted people in the world who offer services and help in a lot of ways addressing body, mind, and spirit. And you can find many of them at our sponsor, holisticregistry.com. If you're a reader, if you're a healer or a spiritual practitioner of just about any kind, or if you're looking for a reliable source for practitioners, go to the Holistic Registry site and take a look at the wonderful members of this group of gifted people who are available for private services and more. That's holisticregistry.com.